Would you like to know what the future holds? Wouldn't everybody? I'm going to tell you what the future holds. Are you ready for all kinds of shifts? DNA activation, a new reality shift. It is all going on. It has been for a while. But what does this mean to you and for you? I'm going to discuss this because there's something new and beautiful happening. It really is. I know it's a little scary, but we can get you past that. You ready? Let's go. Welcome to Landria Onkka on YouTube, here to help you break through those fears and live an amazing, amazing life. It is possible. What's going to happen in our future? Everyone on this planet gets to choose it. There is no probability that we cannot change. There's been a lot of damage done. It's true. There is a lot of, I call it the old school on the planet that doesn't know anything but ego. They have been taught to take care of themselves, to separate themselves from the others, to get the workers to serve them. And then what do they have at the end of their lives? Emptiness. We hear this all the time from millionaires and billionaires. I'm a former investment banker. If you don't know this, I worked in private equity for over 20-some years. I met a lot of people that spent their whole lives struggling to maintain that power and money. Some of them weren't very nice because the true personality came out. It wasn't the money that did it. The money allowed them to abuse their power. So you got to see who they really were. You could earn money and be the most amazing giving person. But we're not here to look at them. We're here to create that new future. Now I want to share something with you. There's a huge movement happening. I'm seeing it, I'm participating in it, and you can't stop us. We are finding each other. There are those of us creating positive communities, new ways of educating ourselves, living, earning, all of it. And it doesn't include being broke or giving everything away. It's actually more powerful than the old school. I call it the old guard. The old guard, they're dissolving. We do not have to participate in that. How are you participating? Giving it attention, arguing, taking sides. That's not the new world. The new world exists right now. It's happening. People are coming into communities and they're focused completely on what can I give and contribute to the whole of the life I want to live. Now, if you guys have seen, all right, I got to think about this. If you've seen my free videos, the first thing you get on that page, and if you're in the series, I'm going to put it on the bottom of all my videos. I'm working with a group out of Canada, and they're helping people buy retreats, well, homesteads, off-the-grid properties with no money. We're finding ways to empower the people that don't believe they're empowered. We're helping people understand that money doesn't rule the world and that anybody can be financially abundant. And that it's not our focus, but spirituality can include that. I am so tired of hearing people out there connect spirituality with being broke and that that's pious. It's not. It's a choice. There's nothing wrong with money and power and all the things that are out there. It's your intentions and what you do with it. Are you ready to step into this new world that I'm seeing? We're collaborating and we keep coming together. There are more and more platforms out there. Most of them are online and of course in the physical world, helping you to create it, but you have to take that step. Are you ready to step into a new world? It is a simpler world because when you go into an awakened state, you just really don't care about the material stuff so much. You want the beauty, you want to enjoy it. The material world is beautiful, enjoy it, it's good, but it should not control and rule you. Now, if you're in that space and you're in any anxiety or fear of the future, you are in the ego space that doesn't believe you're controlling it or creating it. All right, Neville Goddard, I recently saw a video on him and I shot my own video about him. He said the same thing we're all saying over and over again, yet we can't wrap our head around it. And it's not just wanting a certain thing or envisioning it. It's believing it and living it. So what I told you in several videos ago is that we have to go into that space where we say, okay, it exists right now. It's not a future event for me. And somebody's not going to tell me that and I'm just going to pop into it. I'll pop into it because I believed that future event I was told. Now, it's going to be against a lot of odds because the majority of people are going to tell you it's bullpucky and that you shouldn't believe this stuff. One of my students had somebody tell them, oh, that's, feel-good stuff. I said, so what's the alternative? What's the option? Feel bad stuff? Is that where you're going? That's the future you're creating. You do have that choice. I know you don't believe that you're that powerful. Even if you do believe it, you may not believe it on the level that it exists. Everything that you're thinking and your actions are creating, so you have to do it now. What does that person, that future you personally want to live, look like, think, act? What are they? Who are they? Because it's not you, the person you see in the mirror. It's a power. It's an energy field. It's a creator. It's a manifester. Because whatever you're thinking right now, if it's fear and you think somebody's going to tell you the future and you're reading Nostradamus books, they will tell you over and over again. Even the Bible says this, that whatever you think, you are actually creating. That is in the Bible. And so I'm not going to go into quotes right now because the bottom line is, how many more messages do you have to hear to know what you are? You're so beautiful and perfect. And you're here experiencing the lowest, darkest pain of creation so that we can know love. That's it. But you don't have to live in darkness or participate in it. Your future is beautiful. I'm seeing it transform. And I'm seeing so many people move past their fears and they're taking steps into joy. Now I'm going to share something with you. If you're my breakthrough fear, okay, I got to think about this. I think it's to my right. Okay, if you're in my breakthrough fear, you get a free 1-hour masterclass. And what do I teach? You'll get to see my students who actually, this is how simple your future could change. This is how quickly it can change. I've had students that hate their jobs. Maybe they're not getting paid enough, underappreciated. They quit. They quit. And guess what happened? In every single case, they got offers for jobs they love and more pay. In every single case. And I'm not talking just 1 or 2 people. I'm talking about a lot of students have reported this. Why? Breaking through fear means I don't believe anymore. What I'm in, I have to become a new person, which means I have to let go of that. The opportunities will open. You have to know this and you have to go into that state of being where you know a better, higher, safer, happier world exists for you, but you can't be in a space of fear and anxiety to do that. So if you guys know this, I train you to come out of that. Why? Because it's programming and the majority of people out there live in fear and power and control. Even the most wealthy, powerful people, they're the most fearful and insecure. The bully is the most insecure student in the classroom. They never pick on another big bully, do they? No, because they're petrified, they're living in fear. That's the only thing you're going to see strike out in a negative way, is fear and sadness. We must go into compassion. And that new future right now is you living it. What do you want to live? Do you want a higher paying job? Do you want to love what you're doing for a living? You guys have seen this. We have thousands of students learning how to create their own online businesses, doing what they love, taking control and walking away from things they hate, getting new skills. You have to equip yourself. You can't be the same person with the same knowledge and accomplish the goals that you have in mind for a beautiful future. And most people sit back and they go, what's going to happen? And my question to you is, I don't know. What's going to happen? You get to create it. What do you want to create right now? Name it. Say it. I want to earn more. I want to love what I do. I want healthy relationships. I want to be healthy. I want to stop worrying. I want to stop waking up at 3 a.m., right? Is that what you want? You can have it. Come on over. If you're not in here, I'm going to introduce you to every possible way, from how you earn to your living. If you want to retreat with no money, we have people showing that. We have trainers. I hopefully will be joining a new system right now where I'm going to be a trainer to help people take all my tools, help you. I have training. There's no excuse. We have to learn how to do this. You have to deprogram, and you can't do it by yourself. You can't. Why? Because guess what? You're going to continue to think the same way, and the same mind that created the problem can't solve the problem. And you can blame all the people in your past all you want. Did you learn from it and change it? Or did you blame? That's the low frequency. That's the old guard. The old guard blames, points fingers, lives in fear, takes no responsibility, and just has to satisfy itself. When you give, the abundance will flow to you. I'm telling you right now, you don't have to be broke, unhappy, unhealthy. There's nothing that can't change in your life. That's the future that exists right now for you. People are living it. I'm teaching people to do it. I'm seeing people out there doing it. I'm collaborating with people that are doing it, and we're creating. We are creating. Create. Expand. Get away from what was, that doesn't work, that keeps you down and in fear. Your choice right now determines your future. And thus, you then resonate on the frequency of others. You don't attract anybody or attract somebody. You have to go into that frequency, and boom, all of a sudden you're in the same room, in the penthouse, drinking champagne with all the other people who are like-minded. That's the like-mindedness that's happening right now. It's beautiful, it's happening. It's not easy. It's not easy, and you're going to feel fear, and you're going to have some anxiety, but it will no longer control you. I promise you that. It takes practice. Come on over, and if you guys are interested, these are free videos. If you want to change your life, get online skills. They're in popular demand. You could get online jobs. You could create your own business. You could be an affiliate marketer. You could pick and choose what that is. It's not negative. Get out of the programming. Stop listening to the guy standing in front of rented jets telling you to make a boatload of money. It's about your life. You need to love it. If you don't right now, you can change it. I'm here to tell you something beautiful is happening. Something huge, and it's a movement. And it hasn't stopped, and it's not going to stop. It's not one event. It is a huge, massive split. And we're no longer listening to that. Talk to the hand. Shut your pie hole. It's my spiritual butt kick for you because you're beautiful. You're whole and perfect, strong, powerful, loving, harmonious, and happy. Get out of the thinking. Don't think you know what other people are thinking, because you don't. You control your own thinking. You're beautiful. Do you know that? You're perfect. You always have been. You haven't lost connection to that. You are that. If you're thinking it, it's happening. There's no middleman. There's nobody who decides if you are good enough or spiritual enough. If you don't think it, it won't happen. But if you do, get ready. Floodgates are going to open, and they are opening right now. Blessings to you, my friend. Namaste.